Welcome back once again to The Pulse. We are still on the wire. We're about to be talking about Heart of the Swarm. Before we went to the break, we asked you guys, what do you feel to be the strongest race in Heart of the Swarm right now? Now, before we pass it over to Lauren, I want to ask Andre.
There's one clear answer. And I've been saying it a lot. It's Terran. Okay? Terran is the most OP. And if you guys don't think that, you crazy.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Repeating history once again. Same
Where are
thing
my
happened
shades?
with Wings of Liberty.
Deal with it.
Hashtag deal with it. Now, Andre, you talk about how strong Terran is. I know that you spent some time working on a build order that was specifically tailored around defeating a Terran player.
Yeah, it was your build, actually, Ben.
Well, it was my initial build.
It was your idea.
You refined it.
There's a lot of holes.
You made it better.
But yes, it's geared
You patched up some of the holes. It's still technically a sinking ship, but sometimes you can take out the other guy before you completely go down.
Hour. We're still good. Okay?
Exactly.
We're
taking on water.
That's all right. No, that's all right. You know, we had a lot of ideas in the beginning of Heart of the Swarm, but this one actually came to a pretty nice area where we could call it a build and say it could do damage. It is the Burrow Roach build.
I thought you were going to say the bitter build.
Okay, it's the bitter build.
Well, you can't call it that because guys like DRG have been doing it as well.
Yeah, but you were...
Yeah, but you were the first, Ben.
You were the
I was
first.
obviously the first.
I
I was also the first to make
sure.
infestors. So.
But
There we go.
I have proof, man.
It's pretty good against Wings of Liberty builds. Why don't you go ahead and check it out right now? Right now. Hello everybody and welcome to Heart of the Swarm Build Order Breakdown. My name is Andre Gretorp and I will be walking you through a build order in Heart of the Swarm. Of course, Heart of the Swarm is just about to come out and we are ready. Zerg vs Terran is our matchup of choice today. It will be a rush, a really fast Roach Burrow rush. Now, this composition is really interesting. Normally, we're used to this in Wings of Liberty, but we're adding Burrow to the picture. It gives us the ability to regenerate very fast, and it can do a lot of damage to an unsuspecting player that has never seen this before. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and look at its capabilities and see what we can do with the Roach Burrow attack. The Roaches come out at a time when Reapers really can't do too much damage. As you can see, Reapers are pretty nullified from the Roaches as they don't take a lot of damage from them. You can see in normal circumstances, 7 minutes, a simple bunker will hold something like this off. And it will, but look at what happens. The Roach immediately gets burrowed as soon as it gets down to low life, and it baits out more than just damage. It baits out scans. These scans are indirect damage, and as you can see, one scan wasted is actually quite substantial. With constantly going back and forth, you can force a lot more scans. Each scan is a potential mule, and look at the sheer damage that 5 Roaches are able to do, and I was initially attacking with 7. This is what's so powerful with it. 3 shots to a Marine, you instantly kill it. All you need is a little bit of time, get all of that regeneration back up, and go from there. Let's go ahead and check out how to do this now in the build order breakdown. Alright, so we start off with a very standard 9 Overlord. This is Zerg vs Terran, so we are also going to go ahead and throw down that hatchery at 15. So drone up to 15, then throw down that hatchery. After that, you're going to throw down a 2-minute, 30-second gas after you get 2 more drones. When that happens, just wait for 200 minerals and a spawning pool should be put down. Drone up again and get an Overlord at 17 supply. After that, continue getting drones, and at 20 supply, you're going to get your Queen. Your expansion will also finish, and you're just going to wait. Wait until you get enough gas. 168 gas hits, and you throw down that Roach Warren. After that, wait for your additional drones. 26 out of 28, you get Burrow, 2 Overlords, and you wait until that Roach Warren finishes. When that Roach Warren finishes, you have 7 Roaches on the way out, moving over towards your opponent, and you're going to attack. With that, Burrow's going to finish just in time, and as you can see, you will be able to do damage and utilize some awesome micro. This build is exceptionally good against a lot of Reaper builds and a lot of Hellion builds, and that's probably 70% of all builds in Heart of the Swarm. When you have your roaches, you can easily just bait out a lot of scans. You can lift up command centers, hide your roaches underneath, and just walk away. That's perfect. It hinders your opponents economically, and you can gain the economic edge directly after that. What it's weak against is probably the bio builds where you see Marines and Marauders, or even only Marines to an extent. Although you can still burrow your units, you have to be careful because the DPS is pretty high. You can lose all of your units in a single scan. So keep an eye on that, but really it's going to be for the player, for the map. Keep that in mind as well. That's going to do it for episode 2 of Build Order Breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The TVZ build and other builds can be found on my YouTube page, youtube.com/NAStarling. That's going to do it. I'm out. Catch you guys next time.
Thanks a lot, Andre. That's a build that I have played with a lot, and I have lost with a lot. As you point out, there are some holes in it against some big bio plays. It's a little bit flimsy. But against some Hellion builds, it's actually quite strong.
Yeah, it can be, especially with the recent Battle Hellion nerf. Because how I used to defend that back then is just turn into Battle Hellions, and then I have, what, like 2 Battle Hellions against your 7 roaches?
Kills my 7 roaches straight up.
So if you burrow, I scan once and I kill all of them.
Yep.
So it was cool.
It's,
no, I can't do that.
It's actually 2v7. The Battle Hellions win hands down. It's beautiful. It's fair.